So today, Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin will appear for a virtual court hearing where his legal team will decide if they want to waive the right to a preliminary hearing and speed up the proceedings. Tyler Robinson faces multiple state charges, including aggravated murder, and state prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett joins us now. Greg, thanks so much for joining the program this morning.
Sure. Lawrence, good to be with you. You know, I think given the intensity of the public passion surrounding the cold-blooded assassination of a beloved figure, I think the concern right now today is safety and security. It's unwise to run the risk of an open courtroom appearance when it's not really necessary for a fairly routine court appearance known as a status and waiver hearing, as you point out. So they're going to have the accused on videotape from jail instead of in the courtroom. You know, the judge will talk with counsel about the track of the case, sharing evidence, whether the defendant will waive his right to a preliminary hearing. But you don't really need Robinson there in court. Plus, you avoid the negative optics, the accused in shackles that might create undue bias in the minds of potential jurors if seen in photographs and videotape. So you're not going to see him there literally in court today, only by videotape, and there are good reasons for that.
So let's talk about this appearance and the mountain of evidence. So he's been appointed a public defender. Now, this public defender is very skilled, has a lot of experience. But then I look at the mountain of evidence against him. So there's a note where he talks about, I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. There's DNA matches on the rifle and the trigger, spinning unused cartridges casings. And then there's the towel rifle that was wrapped in. Then you got the family interviews, details his shift from left-leaning to pro-gay and transgender beliefs. So you got motive, you got evidence to support it, and that doesn't even include the text messages as well. We've went over that. What can she do to defend him when she has this mountain of evidence that she's going to have to deal with?
You're absolutely correct. The evidence is powerful, it's compelling, it's formidable, but there are 3 court-appointed defense counsel in this case. That's required by law. They're vastly experienced in death penalty cases. Make no mistake, they will challenge the admissibility of all of the evidence you have recited. In the end, I suspect they will not succeed. I think their ultimate goal is to save their client's life. And, you know, this case uniquely presents a moral quandary because the victim, Charlie Kirk, believed passionately about charity and love and understanding. He embraced mercy and forgiveness. And I think the defense will probably try to argue that in a penalty phase if it gets to that point. And it will be hovering over the courtroom regardless in the minds and the hearts of the jurors. Is it morally correct under these circumstances to put somebody to death? I mean, look, personally, I've long been against the death penalty for moral reasons. I understand that the Supreme Court has upheld capital punishment. But this case, I think, presents, as I say, a moral dilemma for these jurors that is unique in this case above all others.
So real quickly on that, you know, sometimes in negotiations, you need to give the state something, especially if you want to take the death penalty out. Now, it doesn't look like they're going to do that. There has been speculation, and even the FBI director has talked about these chat rooms. If this suspect was willing to give up people that are in these chat rooms and there's credible evidence, could that possibly be something that the state is interested in?
Yes, absolutely. It could be. And a plea deal is always a factor. We obviously saw it recently in Idaho in the Brian Kohlberger case.
That's right.
They did it for a variety of reasons. So the one you state could be a consideration, but the other might also be the wishes of the family of Charlie Kirk, the deceased, the victim in this particular case. for the moral reasons that I just stated. I can't speak for him or his family, but the thought has crossed my mind. So a plea deal is always a possibility. And, you know, as the great Clarence Darrow once argued in the famous Leopold and Loeb case, it is a far worse punishment to be locked up, caged like an animal for life, than the easy exit of death.
It's going to be a long debate. As we said, there's a mountain of evidence again, and we'll see how the trial goes. We'll be covering it on the Fox News channel. Greg, thanks so much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.